Next, let's take a look at how we can build some seat walls. I want to build a seat wall from here to here to here, and I'm going to show you how to do that using the retaining wall tool. So let's go over to Plan View. It's our easiest place to make straight lines and adjustments. So we're going to go from here, here to here with our retaining wall. So let's click on that. And I would recommend the snap again, especially if your original design was built with the snap in place. Then you can see how the dot snaps nicely into corners. So we're going to start here with our wall, go along here and to here and to here, and then we're going to right click and so you can see our wall that's into place, our seat wall. That's looks good. We've already got our ledgestone cap in place. One thing I wanted to mention about the cap's thumbnails look like this. If you're changing it to a bluestone, you can always change it to a bluestone there. The other thing you can do at this particular point, if you want to change your wall material, you go in here and you select from your different wall materials. Let's go to a dimensional limestone for this, and we'll find that right over here. There we have a random pattern as well as just a running bond. So we'll go with the running bond. Now I think I just changed the driveway to the running bond. You have to be careful to make sure you've selected the right thing. If this happens to you, just do Control Z and it reverts to the previous shape and color. So you can see now I've got the wall highlighted, and we'll go to wall material, open that up, and we'll go to our limestone dimensional here. Now if you notice here, you've got another little border creeping in, but that's from the actual driveway. So if you wanted to take this wall, you can switch sides like this. So now, because I've switched sides, automatically we're outside the border, which is of course a lot more attractive. So now we're going to also put some pillars in here. Our wall height here, if you notice, is 1 foot 11, almost 2 feet, and that's because our coping is only 3 inches thick and gives us an inch short of this 4-inch increment that you find in the dimensional and in the copthorn border. Now if you didn't want the accent row in there, you can easily take it out just with the click of the mouse here. But it certainly ties in beautifully with the rest of the design here. Now to put in a column on these corners, you can use the column tool. You can open up the library for the columns. There's a whole bunch of regular designs and patterns in the columns. That's the fast way to build. I would recommend, though, is getting used to building your own column. Then you have a lot more control over the border. See, if I use one of the pre-builts, although I didn't select the one with dimensional, but the pre-builts are easy to put into place. This one's snapping, so you take the snap tool off and you can make a fine adjustment. Notice how it just sinks into the wall and makes it ideal. You can also change, of course, the elevation to this. You just sink it into the ground. And so for rapid design development, sure, use the pre-built columns. I'm going to show you now how to build your own. So let's just delete this. Did it again. Got to highlight. Make sure you highlight the column and push delete. All right, let's go over to Plan View and just select a blank area of your screen and go over to the retaining wall tool, and we're going to really zoom in because we want to snap to a corner. We could snap. I don't know how big the grid is, so we're just going to a typical dimensional column is 1 foot 8 inches, so we'll zoom right in so that we have a maximum amount of control over our mouse. 1 foot 8 inches. If we hold the shift key down, it straightens it out. We'll go to 1 foot 8 inches, and 1 foot 8 inches, and 1 foot 8 inches. And there you've got a square built, and I would go over to your options and switch sides. Now you've got your pillar there, and it so far sort of matches what we're working on. As far as elevation goes, you simply use the height tool to add your height to it. Now we're going to change our wall material over to the limestone, and we're going to change our accent row here and raise that up so that it looks like it's going to fit a little bit better. Okay, so we've got our column here now, so that's ready to go. If we go back to plan view and we zoom out a bit, we can take these columns and actually position them. Now notice how it's jumping across the screen. That's because of the snap tool, so we're going to turn that off just to give ourselves again lots more control. Zoom in, and we go we can go to the corner like this, and we do a copy and paste, and we're over to this corner, and then we'll do another copy and paste for here, and we're going to see the wall is going to be sticking through here. So my recommendation is build these walls first, or design them first, and then your pavers around them, much like you would do in an actual project. Here's your perspective, and here's your columns into place. And now you can make adjustments. One of the benefits of building putting in the columns first and then the walls in between, is that you can make minor adjustments in moving the walls back and forth. So there you have, if you notice there, the wall is peeking through. That's not difficult to change. Just click on the wall and your options, edit points. Now you can just pull that in a bit if you want, and it's disappeared. So click edit points off, and you're all set to go. So now we've got our seat wall and columns into place. Now let's deal with the colors of the coping here. They should really match the blue stone that we have on the seat walls. And so the easy way to do that is you can go into plan view and select each one, cap, open it up, select blue stone, and follow your way to the next one, again making each change as you go. Open that up, blue stone, and then I believe we also have a couple more here on the steps, so change those to the blue stone. Now I'm going to do this one here too, blue stone, and I believe the risers on this were also still the dimensional Sierra color, prairie color. So we're going to change those as well, and we'll change those to the limestone. So click on a wall, we go wall material, bang, we'll go limestone. Second one, again, we'll do that one. There. Now we have a little more cohesive and better design. So let's go over, and what we're going to do is we're going to continue on with a little bit with the wall building tool, and we're going to build a planter on this side here. But let's just for a moment now, let's say that there's a swale at the side of the house here, a slope that drops off. We can change that with our terrain tool. We just go into slope, and ideally I like to do this in plan view so that I keep things kind of organized and parallel. Now you're done. Run your arrow up like this, click again, and you've got an area. Now you can rotate this into place to straighten it if you want. I was not very straight on this one. Now in perspective, you'll see what has happened here. So it's really gone up here. It's like 10 foot high, which is totally unrealistic. So we can easily bring that down with this tool over here. And if we go to a drop of a 1 foot drop there, that's fairly realistic in a lot of cases. So let's go to build our planter, and we'll see what happens with the grade here on the planter. So we'll do a curved planter this time, and we'll zoom into the area so we can draw it properly. We'll go to building, retaining wall, and we'll start it from here. Now, one of the things you want to make sure is you have your spline tool activated. That way you get a nice curved wall. And notice how it kind of smooths itself out as you go. And whenever you do need to go straight, hold your shift key down, and we'll go right up to the wall here, and we'll right click, and we can always make some adjustments afterwards with edit points. If you don't like the way this little curve turned out, you can always adjust that. Quick look in perspective view will show you that it is nicely dealt with the grade here, and we need to raise the height of our wall, obviously. So we're going to go wall material, options, elevation, and bring it up out of the ground. And we can decide how far we want to go. We might want to eventually tie this in to the step, and I'll show you how we do that in just a second. So now we've got the entire planter set up again. Again, we want to change our cap to bluestone, and we want to change our wall material over to the limestone. And now we've got, again, something that matches very nicely. Now, if we want to build a little wall that continues on here, we can either match it into the step or do it alongside. Let's try and match it into the step here. In order to do that, I'd go over to plan view, and I'd zoom right in so that you can see what you're doing. I'd go to options, edit points, and I want to insert points. We're going to need some extra points to make the turn, so we'll go like so. We'll make sure our straight tool is on now instead of our spline, and we'll start working on getting this to match up here. We'll go like so, and then hold our shift key down so we're a little bit, make sure we're going to go straight there. Now we've got our wall built on top of that step. That looks pretty decent. Might want to bring it in a little bit just so that we're not encroaching on the woodwork of the door. And edit point, we can always, if we need to, we can always slide the door over a bit too. And that of course depends on the actual job. So there you have the curved front planter.